Okay, let's try again. Welcome to Gaijin Gaming. Welcome to Gaijin Gaming Generation Gap. I'm Matt.
I'm Hideo.
And we're up way too early for this because I forgot about the podcast last night. My bad, Hideo. So we're recording a quick one today. What's on the agenda for today? I put out a fog gaming video with Hideo. I forced him to sit through it, and I had to take it down because I got everything about fog gaming wrong. I said that fog gaming was going to be a streaming service by Sega, and it turns out they're just putting their arcade games online, which is like all 4 or 5 of them.
That's pretty revolutionary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
Exactly.
hype. Changing the gaming industry.
Yeah.
What do you think about that now that that it's clear what Sega's gonna do?
I think 2 things.
hmm.
I think people go to the game center or the arcade
Mm.
to be social, and when you take that aspect away from it, then you have just another video game. Why would you even
Right.
stream it?
Mm.
Number 2, a lot of these arcade games are music games.
Mm.
So with the delay and the lag from the real-time streaming, I don't see how it's going to work. Plus, all these arcade games have really amazing interfaces. Like My has a circle, Chuniden has a pad. Ongeki, you just use cards like a nerd. And you take that away, and what do you have left? You have just a TV screen and a controller. Why would you even play those games at home? Unless Sega is planning to release home versions of those interfaces.
That's not gonna happen.
In that case, this is quite revolutionary for my players such as myself. I'll get in shape. I'll be doing my all day, man.
I wonder though, there's no way you could get a My into your home. You'd have to make it big, or even if you do, there'd be some compromise, right? Like you'd make it smaller. It wouldn't be the same thing. I'm a bit skeptical about that. What do you have to say about that?
My brain geared towards My. I've been thinking about this day and night. How do you get a My machine in your home? You would have to use poles from ceiling to floor to prop it, and you would have to have one attached to the wall. Then you could just use a full-size My button circle with a screen. Charge $1,000 for it and a $20 monthly subscription fee. You'd be making money off of me, I'll tell you that.
You'd pay that much?
I would pay almost double that much. Yep.
Whoa.
That's how much I love My, and that's how much I have sunk into the game already.
Well, that's just you, but would you think that other people would do the same? Yeah? Is that how much money they shell out for that?
I'm on the cheap side of the spectrum here, man.
Whoa.
People have dumped. Oops.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Thousands of dollars into My.
Yeah.
If I had to be honest, I've probably in 10 years dropped $5,000 into My. In fact, I can be honest because they keep a running counter of how much you've spent, or actually how many plays you've played on My. So I know.
I'm sure the creators of My know that people are spending that amount, and they know that people are willing to spend that much. So they might just do that,
I guess that's true. It's kind of a niche market, though. It's kind of like gaming on mobile phones. You get those white whales, is what they call them, right?
Okay.
People
What's a white
spend
whale?
$100 or $200 a month on your mobile game. And that's how you fund your game. Well, it's the same thing with arcades. People who come to arcades, they just drop a whole bunch of money. But it's also their social thing, so I guess it's not such a waste of money. I stopped drinking for a while just to play My, and then now I don't drink at all because I'm old and I get headaches. So like, I got that money to spend on My. Bring it into my home, and I will purchase the home My set gladly, willingly. I'll be first in line, or maybe like, I don't know. What was I on My? I was probably like 20,000th best at My in Japan at one point.
Not bad.
Anyway, okay, this is getting out of hand. Anyway, if Sega wanted to do a gaming streaming service using their game centers as hubs, I think they could knock out Stadia with their brand recognition, their areas that they have their game centers. Fog gaming, it could be the future, but it's nothing right now, and it won't be anything. I don't think it's going to be successful, and I think they're going to drop the whole idea. Okay,
cool.
Hideo, what are you playing?
What am I playing? I'm still playing Breath of the Wild since we last spoke. I've put in a good maybe 12 hours or something. I'm at this part where you're supposed to free the divine beasts, and I got this swimming armor, so you get to swim up the waterfalls and shoot electric arrows, which is super cool. The enemies are a bit harder, which is kind of nice because it was just cheesing through the game before that. I didn't know you could just rush straight to Ganon if you wanted to. It's just extremely hard. But yeah, I got a bunch of boosts. I've mainly been putting stuff in the stamina. Let me just show you, for those of you who don't know what playing Breath of the Wild is like, just a video loop of the game. But yeah, this is like the shrine that you go, you complete a bunch of puzzles, and you get some stuff, and you use this stuff to level up your character. It's a cool game. Very, very cool game. Very great graphics. Awesome, very unique puzzles. I love the gameplay. I would recommend it to anybody. Yeah, it's a great game.
That's a good way to put it. You can really recommend Breath of the Wild to anybody because you can play it at your own pace. I would say it's really hard to not say and like things like that to keep it moving. What would you say is your least favorite aspect about the game?
It used to be the management system of weapons, because weapons just get degraded, right? They just get worse over time, and you can't use a great weapon that you started out with. But I don't mind it as much right now. I remember talking to you about it, and you said, well, you have to be wise about how you use the weapon and be creative in the way you approach a situation. And ever since you said that, I started viewing the game kind of differently. One thing
with how to take people out and how to move around the land.
Yeah. One thing I kind of don't enjoy as much is just the unskippable cutscenes, like this part. Like, I kind of wish there was an easier way to just skip through it, and I just want to play the game. But yeah, other than that, I really don't have any issues with the game. It's just it's a beautiful, beautiful game.
It's a really, really big toy box that you can kind of play with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying that you can go directly to Ganon. So the way I play it now is I'm pretty good at sneaking around and doing shield parries on guardians. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I get off the Great Plateau. I go directly to the castle. You scoop up the... I really shouldn't spoil it for you. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. So you go directly to the castle. You get in there, you sneak around, and you pick up some really, really, really powerful weapons, like 50s and 70s. And you can, if you go without taking a hit or cooking up some food so that you're a little more defense oriented, then you can pick up a whole bunch of weapons and it makes the game a ton easier. So I load up on weapons at Ganon's castle first, and then maybe I go take out a divine beast, but it's mostly I pick up shrines and stuff and raise up my hearts, and then I try and take out Ganon.
How many hearts do you think I need to get to defeat Ganon?
For a first-time player, I would think at least 13, and there's a reason why 13. Yeah, but you can really use the beeper to like look around for shrines and stuff, and beef up your hearts. And there's another thing you need to get. You should definitely find it on your own. And it's cool because you don't know the lore, so you don't know about this one thing that you're supposed to find. I'm sad that we didn't put out our first discussion on Breath of the Wild. We just got busy, and the discussion just went too long because there's so much to talk about with Breath of the Wild. Though you talked about breakable weapons, and you didn't like the breakable weapons because you hit someone with like three times with the stick, and then the stick is gone. Well, that's a stick, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a sword, you can hit them a bunch more before that sword breaks. Yeah. Have you figured out shield surfing yet?
No, I haven't.
So how do you play it? You run, you jump, and you shield, and then your character does a flip, and you hit the shield, and then you can go surfing down hills.
What? Is that something that is taught to you, or like via a shrine or something?
Nope.
Well, that's cool though.
They don't teach you anything, dude. They're not going to tell you that fire in the grass will give you an updraft so that you can get a nice jump. And with
what?
Yeah, so try it sometime. If you see a fire in the grass, run right into that thing, jump, and then hit your paraglider. And you go, sweet!
That is so cool.
It's really dope, yeah. Okay, my turn.
Yes. What have you been playing?
Oh man, I think I really found the killer app for the Switch, other than Breath of the Wild. It's 51 games, bro. Clubhouse 51.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Baby, this game is good. So, give you a little backstory. My wife and I love Mahjong. Are you familiar with Mahjong?
I am familiar with the Moj.
Well, we have played at least how many hours? 30 hours into this Mahjong game. And let me find a picture of it here. A lot of Naruto. My daughter took pictures of her fishing. That's really cute. Yeah. So here's what it looks like. Bring it up on screen here. So this is what my Switch looks like. You put this on the table. I made this card, so you put it in between on the Switch, so that you can't see the other player's pieces. It goes like the Switch goes inside. And so you have a 2-player local Mahjong. This is one of my favorite games for Switch because we can just put it down on the table and we can play Mahjong while watching TV on my iPad. We just have a great time. Clubhouse 51 games comes out, and it's all... There's a piano on too. It's all tabletop games. If you turn it down, you get a synthesizer. Anyway, so let's see. last night we did a few things that were awesome. We did pool on the table, and you have your Joy-Con, and you get to like adjust your thing, and then pull it back, and then fire your cue stick, and like the rumble is great. Oh, there's Hanafuda. Look, it's fantastic. My wife taught me how to play Hanafuda last night, and it was super fun. It's not easy to learn, but after you learn, it's really easy to play. It's a lot like mahjong actually. You go for sets. So you see on the right side it says 3 lights, moon viewing, seeds, poetry slips, and then chaff, not shaft, chaff. And then so depending on what sets you have, you get different points. So, and then like my wife is always an appreciator of the aesthetic, so she's like, "Oh, that's a great, beautiful set you have there. Wow." So I was like, yeah, it's the same with mahjong. You want to make it like a beautiful set. Anyway, so last night we had a fantastic night of like old school Wii bowling, darts, Hanafuda. We played pool. We played speed. We also played. I taught her how to play chess, and she almost fell asleep. So we won't play that again. So anyway, we played that one. We played toy baseball. She didn't like that one either. That's why I forgot about it. We haven't played toy soccer yet either. There's like 51 games on here, dude, and it's really cool because depending on how you orient your Switch, yeah, the pool was awesome. Depending on how you orient your Switch, if you have it vertical with a bowling, you can set up your Switch and then pass your Joy-Con to a friend and then just do bowling at work or something. Like I actually pulled it out at work and I was like, I'm just going to play this for like 2 minutes just to try it out. And then I couldn't stop playing it. I spent like half my break doing Switch bowling. It was ridiculous. This 6-ball puzzle game is also pretty good. The tanks is not as good as the Wii tanks as before, but Team Tanks might be fun. We also did fishing. That was
looks like so much fun.
Yeah, fishing was really fun. I can't wait to play this with my daughter. I think this is a good starting place for her because she really likes fishing games. So yeah, it's weird. She likes fishing games, right? Anyway. I highly recommend Clubhouse 51 games if you need something to play on a table. Just play it on the table with your partner or with your buddies, and then you can just teach them really fast. The instructions to these complex games are really clear and really easy to understand.
Oh, you can connect multiple switches.
I'm still kind of upset about Sega's Fog Gaming. I thought it was going to be amazing, but I kind of got fooled. I got too excited and I didn't read. I didn't read the articles well, so kind of wasted everybody's time. So my bad, Hideo.
Well, it's all good.
Right, so,
I have one thing that I wanted to talk about. It's real quick.
Yep, there it is.
So June 11th. So tomorrow, 1 p.m. PDT, 9 p.m. BST, PlayStation 5 reveal, or as I like to call it, PSS. Is going to be unveiled. So I'm excited for that. And then I'll know how much to save up to be broke again and buy a fucking PS5. But yeah, let's get some news that I'm looking forward to.
It's gonna be a good time. Nerd news. They opened up the theaters, kind of half theater openings in Japan. They're playing Akira in IMAX. So
nice.
I kind of want to go see Akira in IMAX if I have the. That would be so amazing.
Yeah, Akira is a great movie, man. Recommend Akira to anybody watching this.
I mean, everybody's seen Akira, but have you seen Akira in Japan in IMAX in the theater? Like, it's pretty awesome. I just want to be able to say that, I saw Akira, no subs, in IMAX. I'm so friggin' badass. I actually did have something. What is on my phone? I did have something to say. It's about Sega. Like, Sega and me go way back. I used to have a Genesis, and are you familiar with Genesis? Or what is the Mega Drive? Anyway, Sega used to be like amazing, and they were at the top of the gaming world at one point. But they've just kind of turned into the whipping boy of the gaming industry. So I have a new segment on our show called Sega is Like. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Okay.
Yeah.
So I wrote all these down when I was like half asleep, and so I don't remember some of them. Okay, Sega's like the artistic guy you looked up to in high school, who got like 2 DUIs, but is still somehow almost like has a middle class job and is kind of successful. Sega is like your big brother who reached his athletic peak kind of early and then burned out on drugs, but he's in rehab now. I don't know what this one means. Sega is like a car full of bears. It seems cool until you're wait in the car too long. Sega's like Apple if they never made a comeback. Sega's like the bad guy in every teen sports movie. I don't know. Sega's like Justin Bieber. He wasn't all that good to begin with, but he's trying to clean up his image and act, but everybody still remembers the crap he did. Sega's like your creepy cousin who dresses like a furry. Sega's like eating dessert first and having to eat a dry steak afterwards for like 30 years. Oh, here's the best one. Sega's like me, only still kind of cool in Japan, but aging rapidly and running out of ideas.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right? That's self-burn. All right. How many more of these can I do before Hideo gets mad? Sega is like
0.